Hello everyone, this is my 1 year anniversary special. Woo! So I'm doing something different here. That has been my goal with this channel from day one, is to do something different. And I think my channel is something different. Am I providing the best disc golf? No. Am I providing the worst disc golf? Well, maybe. But what I do have to offer is, I hope, new and different types of disc golf experiences on different disc golf courses that, quite frankly, nobody else on the planet is making videos on. My content is not designed to imitate anyone else, although I may, take an idea from someone. Oh, they did this kind of challenge, I'll go ahead and do it. But I will list that challenge. I'll credit them with that in the video and or the description. But my channel is designed to highlight my personal journey through disc golf, through learning the sport of disc golf and getting better at it and trying to have fun, as well as my other interests that are, related to it, such as video production, etc. But hopefully I will provide, enjoyment for others, even if it's at my expense or the expense of others that appear in my video. But anyways, my channel is centered around Houston and the surrounding area, and I often bring others onto the channel that are not myself, basically, because I'm just not a born entertainer. I'm a bit of an introvert, but I do think I feed well off of others. So that's why you'll see a lot of other people in my videos. In fact, probably half my videos have other people in them. But here are some of the highlights of my channel that I wanted to go over because I think it's important to do so. So a year ago, on March 25th, 2020, I uploaded my very first disc golf video. It was the first round of Waco, a tournament with Barsby and a few others. And I knew from that moment on I was going to keep making videos. And yesterday's video, the one that you saw just yesterday, was my 250th disc golf video. So I've made more disc golf videos, I'm pretty sure, than any other YouTube channel, at least in the last year. The vast majority of YouTube channels do not have 250 disc golf videos. And that's not a slight against them or anything like that. Clearly I'm doing something different as far as my strategy and everything else. But I am a fairly significant channel just in terms of producing the sheer amount of strictly disc golf related videos. And I just think that should be pointed out because, I just think it's significant, to make more videos and to bring out more challenges and more everything. And some of the more everything is the disc golf courses that I've played. In 1 year, I've played and highlighted 73 different disc golf courses. And 67 of those, at the time of this recording that you're watching right now, are in or around the Houston area, with the other courses, the differences between 73 and 67, roughly 5 or so, outside the Houston area. For example, that tournament that I showed in Waco was at the Beast, which is not a Houston course. It's in Waco. There's only 7 courses in the Houston area as of this recording that we've not made a video on yet. And actually 1 or 2 of those, I've actually put them in the can. They just haven't come out yet. They'll actually come out in this next week. So that just gives you an idea of how much time and effort I'm putting into this, even if it may not be evident, on the front end. But in the next 2 months, those 5 remaining disc golf courses will be put on film, basically, and I will have them uploaded to this channel. And I also have plans for other courses that are farther away from Houston, outside the area. There's currently 3 on my to-do list, and I'll make decisions on other courses, of course, as opportunity arise. You can search YouTube for any disc golf course in Houston or the surrounding area, and I should have a video that is first in those search results or near the top of the results. I offer a minimalist user interface that works well with YouTube. For example, you can hit pause at any time on your desktop browser, or if you move your mouse around or do anything like that. The UI that I've put on screen, as tiny and minimalistic as it is, will not conflict with the YouTube controls. I think that's important. Also, my intro is only 5 seconds long, and that's by design. And the outros that I record organically after each round, either immediately after each round or in post, I try to keep them as succinct as I can make them, and they're usually relating to what happened in the video. I'm not selling you any products. I'm not directing you to like a Patreon or any other fundraising service. There are no ads in my videos, that I'm making. Um, I'm not sponsored by anyone. All the reviews and comparisons that I've done so far were bought 100% with my own money. And I'm willing to review disc golf products that are sent to me by manufacturers, sponsors, etc. But I'll be completely transparent if someone does actually send me something related to disc golf that I'll review, because I don't intend to review anything outside of the area of disc golf. I'll also be completely honest with any assessments that I make regarding the discs, that I review or products, just as I have been so far. I'm not here to fluff anyone up, basically. I'm starting to branch out into local tournaments as well, offering highlight coverage at a minimum to those that I shoot, because I'm not trying to make them look bad. I just want to let people get publicized in a way, and in a sense make me look good too. These people are doing great shots, and I just think that rubs off on me in terms of showing them. I certainly learned a lot by looking at how they throw, and it's really interesting seeing much better players throwing live and in person. I recommend you do that as well. Although my channel will try to provide more content of that nature. The bulk of my disc golf content, however, is actually playing disc golf. Mostly myself or my friends, they may play with me. I've had at least one occasion where Sean's played around because I was injured and I couldn't play, and I just recorded him. That video did well, actually. And of course, I'll be recording higher level players in the area because, quite frankly, everyone's a higher level player than me. But anyways, nearly all of my content will be playing disc golf. Someone will be playing disc golf in the bulk of my videos, or even demoing or testing discs or things of that nature. The rest of my content will either be disc golf product reviews or comparisons, things of that nature. While I personally bag almost exclusively Innova produced products, stuff made by them, Discmania or Infinite Discs, and I even have a couple of Millennium discs. I do have a few discs from other manufacturers, I think several, and I do intend to branch out and make videos on other brands, even though I specifically personally choose a limited set of Innova discs for myself. That doesn't mean I'm married to the brand per se, and that's not any offense to them or anyone else. It's just how it is. I like the idea of playing for multiple disc golf manufacturers, trying out different discs, and I do believe everyone's trying to have their own different takes on certain discs to have different flight paths be created, etc., but I'll digress here. I'm also going to cover all of these different courses because I want you, the viewer, to see what is out there and adapt your game as well based on how I play and how others play on my channel. So there's a lot of people that I've met. They haven't played most of the courses in Houston, and all they have to do is watch any one of my videos, find the course that they want, watch the video, and they can say, oh, now I want to play it, and I won't do what Nick did, that kind of thing. So let's be honest, Sean and I were novices. On our best days, we might go into that recreational league, but we're pretty much novices, and that's apparent in our play. And we're going to make a lot of mistakes. Just learn from what we do, because we're apparently not. I'm looking forward to doing more collabs with other disc golf channels. There are some in the area that are starting up. There's others nearby, like in Dallas and other areas in Texas, which are relatively close, which I'd like to collab with in the future. I'm also willing to travel because I got a Corolla. Well, that thing will go for a long distance on a decent amount of gas. It's relatively inexpensive. But, I'm willing to travel a bit to meet with others, to make a couple video. Maybe I could film a front nine on their channel, a back nine on mine, or vice versa. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But just letting you know, those are the things I'm willing to do to branch out to. Also, I've been reading literally every comment on every video on my channel since I started it. And I've been taking cues from my viewers as to what I need to focus on, what they seem to enjoy. And that's a lot of why you see the content you see today. Like, I planned out certain things in advance I knew I was going to make videos on, but I was willing to sort of take impressions from users and kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. And so that's been very helpful. And I'm just want to be clear, I'm not trying to make all these videos to drown out my audience with a sheer volume of videos. You can pick and choose what you want to watch. Don't watch more than a handful, whatever. I'm not here I'm not your parent. Just watch what you want. Don't watch what you don't watch, what you don't want to watch. You're not going to offend me by doing so. Maybe come back later, take breaks, do whatever. I know I'm making more content than most channels, period. Certainly most disc golf channels, and that's fine. That's the choice I'm making. You do not have to choose to gobble up everything that I'm publishing. But I do believe I'm setting the stage for my channel for building something that's better. I'm making something in particular that I see as special, and I'm hoping you too will see it over time, even if you don't watch many or most of my videos. It doesn't have to be evident to those watching it, but I hope that over time you can look at the very first videos I made and see the videos I'm making now and see that there's an improvement. Not necessarily in my skill, which ideally has to some extent, but the video production, the higher quality cameras, and the other experience, the better audio, and the more help that I've got from Sean and others that appear on my channel that help out with that. So in the 1 year that I've recorded more videos than most disc golf channels, ever, that's not the crowning achievement, in my opinion, of my channel. That's significant, that's noteworthy, that's the thing that I led with, the sheer volume of content that I'm producing. But that's just a strategy that I chose in building this channel over time. I do a lot of planning over time, and there's not a day, period, that goes that I'm not either editing videos, watching videos, gaining input from others, or continuing to plan. And I have documents, Google documents, filled with ideas and plans and strategies and schedules, and I'm constantly moving things around. The thing I want you to get is in different fields of like technology and industry, et cetera, there are things called life cycles. And this first year is only a part of my channel's life cycle. I haven't published exactly what I'm doing yet. But I call this early development, and I've done a lot of planning and preparing and putting myself in a position to not just keep doing what I'm doing, but to improve over time. But I'm doing that at a rate that's comfortable for me, and I hope that you guys, will tolerate that. The reality is I only have time to play disc golf 2 days a week, generally a Wednesday and generally one day on the weekend, like a Sunday. So all my content has to come from either those rounds I play or things that are derivative from the same niche that is disc golf. And I decided before I made my first disc golf video a year ago what I was going to put on this channel and what I was not. So content number 1 is, of course, the rounds I play. Number 2 are the rounds that other people play, or at a minimum, the highlight videos of others, highlights of myself, or maybe a mix and match from those two content pools. Content number 3 is reviewing disc golf products or products that I use within the world of disc golf, including some consumer products that I use for this channel, like a GoPro or whatever. Lastly, content number 4 are my personal vlogs, which you've only seen like maybe 3 or 4 on this channel. But again, those have all been limited to the world of disc golf, and generally I've had disc golf video playing while I'm talking about stuff, or I think once I had a vlog where I did stuff, talked. So things of that nature. So that brings me to tell you about the content that I've decided to avoid. First of all, I don't make hot take or rant videos. Finding something within the world of disc golf and generating a rant or deliberately unreasonable opinion about it is not my bag. I have no interest in talking about person X's putting or person Y's throwing or the relationship person X and Y had, or none of that. That is not what my channel is for. Second, off-topic videos, anything outside the world of disc golf. I'm not filling the void, between disc golf videos with like game streaming or anything else, and not to slant or slight any of those who are doing that. But I chose the path of I'm either going to make a disc golf video or I'm not. I'm not going to do stuff in between to try to keep people watching or make people remember that I'm still there. And I don't think me live streaming, getting my butt kicked in Rocket League is necessarily going to benefit my channel. And that's no offense to Epic Games. I love Epic Games. Or whoever makes that. I'm sure they're a great company. Third, negative attacking videos. Finding someone or something that I don't like and then hitting it for clicks. That is not the point of my channel. I'm not a negative person by choice. I'm negative about like, oh, I screwed up that throw, or oh, I can't putt today, or whatever. In that sense, I can be negative. But generally, I'm often optimistic as well. Oh, that was great. Oh, you did good. And a lot of times I'm just a realist. Well, that's not possible for me, or this and that whole thing. I'm not going to go out of my way to attack people. That's not what I do in this channel. Fourth, super flowery videos like content promotion. I'm not going to literally promote something. If like a manufacturer wants to send me a starter set, that would be awesome. That would be great. But I'm not going to give flowery whatever, but I'm not going to bash it either. I think it's responsible for me to look at what they've sent me, if indeed they choose to, try it out, give it a good test run. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? How can I learn how to change what I do based on it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Number 5, covering professional disc golf as an opinionist or a pundit. I watch a lot of disc golf videos. I watch all the major channels, and I'm a paying subscriber of the Disc Golf Pro Tour and the Disc Golf Network. And I'm not here to talk about those things necessarily. Not that I can't. Maybe in a live stream or a chat I could do something like that. But primarily the focus of my channel is not to focus on what the pros are doing, because they're in another universe compared to what I am in terms of talent and experience and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I could do that on someone else's channel, for example. Someone else is covering that. I could come in and help a little bit, sort of give my impressions, but this is not primarily what motivates me in disc golf. Lastly, I do make a lot of videos. Video production, as crude as it is, in terms of what I do, is my hobby in and of itself outside of disc golf. Before I did disc golf, I did other things, but in and of itself, I view video production as a hobby that I spend probably as much time as I do actually playing disc golf. That said, I've decided to do video production for this one thing, and that is just disc golf. I hope everyone will understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and what I'm not doing and why I'm not doing it. Bottom line is, I'm not trying to be like other YouTubers. This is who I am. I'm authentic, I have a niche, and I'm consistent. I have an upload schedule, I have good equipment, I edit my own videos, I'm making unique content, relatively so, and I make them only as long as they need to be. I use good software, even though I don't use many of its cutting edge features. I don't use any copyrighted material at all. Like in the entire year, I've used like a few seconds of Benny Hill music. I read and review every comment, and I block and ban spammers or trolls. So I put a lot of care, time, effort, energy, etc. into this. And I've even done things like I have a specific Instagram account and Twitter account, as well as a Reddit account just for disc golf. And I have those linked at the top of my YouTube page. I'm not seeking sponsors. I may ask companies for one of their products as it relates to disc golf, like for a review or to use it in a video, but I'm not going to hard or soft sell or anything. Hard sell or soft sell anything. I'm not a negative person, so I'm not going to just trash anything in my video, but I'm not a flowery person, so I'm not going to just gush about it. Now, I know I have a lot of areas for improvement, like better thumbnails, better graphical UI, one that's more pleasing to the eye, more graphics. The follow flight is something I'm considering doing, but even for someone that does it a lot, it is time consuming to do that. And the value for me doing that in some of my videos, I'm not sure is outweighed maybe by doing something like Zoom or something like that. And I need to do a more effective Zoom than what I'm currently doing, which is just taking a part of my clip and zooming it to like 150 or 200%. I know I need more B-roll. I need even better audio and video quality over time as I get higher level camcorders with external mic options. I need to use social media more, not just to promote the videos that I make, but to communicate with others, as well as to reach out to others to get collaborations going. And I've had to deliberately dampen my time on Reddit, as well as Twitter, as well as Instagram, just to make sure that I get the video production side, the YouTube side taken care of. I have no interest in creating a Patreon, as I've sort of mentioned before. I don't want to make a channel membership or have premium content or even have a merchandise shelf. Those are things you can do in YouTube. I've looked into those things. I'm just not interested in it. I have a couple shirt ideas, but right now I'd rather not bog down my channel with that kind of information. Maybe that'll change, and I do have a lot of plans for the channel in the future, but at this time, none of them, even the most far-reaching plans, have merchandise or those premium levels in the mix. The only thing I've done is monetize my channel, because it's something my channel was monetized years ago. YouTube changed their algorithm and their agreements, and they stopped monetizing people under 1,000 subs or under a certain view count. And I was doing a lot of things like movie reviews, and I was very infrequently uploading videos. So it's one of those things that, quite frankly, it fed off itself, and I won't belabor that here. But if YouTube demonetizes me in the future, I may consider other options then. But I'm producing completely safe content, and I'm completely satisfied with this current setup with the YouTube Partner Program. Now, this channel is for disc golfers. I'm trying to be as concise as possible, but put in only the relevant parts. But in the future, I would like to add a little bit of music and sound effects as well to some of the things that I do. I've dabbled with that a little bit, but the bottom line is I'm 99% effect free and sound free and music free, etc., etc. Last but not least, and this really is perhaps one of the most important points. I've met a ton of people over the last year, dozens, who've recognized myself and others on the courses, either when we're playing or me by myself. And people just come up and say hi. I had one guy, from afar, hey Nick, and he had his wife take a picture, and it's kind of crazy, this kind of stuff that's been going on, but I absolutely love it. And I'm an introvert, right? This is kind of stuff you would think I wouldn't like, but oddly enough, just enjoyable that people recognize me. And more importantly, they enjoy my content. I just think that I'm putting a little bit of myself out here in my content. I just think that it's great that they're enjoying that. But it's amazing to me that someone would recognize me. But everyone, without fail, who said hi to me and or Sean, they've been exceptionally friendly, and we've even played with a few of our subscribers, as you'll see in some of our channels, and I've even got some I'm planning to play with in the near future, and I've got one who's going to return and play some one or more rounds with us in the future. So I think this channel has improved partially because of the feedback that I've received, not just in comments, but out on the course. Courses that we're playing, like we'll be in middle of a course, and like someone will come to us, hey, I watch your videos. That's just blows my mind. I can't thank you all enough, for being so nice and kind, to myself and Sean and the others. So that's going to wrap it up. That's what I wanted to talk with about this video. I've never really had a chance to just go over all this, and I figured this Saturday night premiere, where I get to ramble about all this stuff and let you know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, etc., etc., etc. So I'm going to close off with this. Thank you all very much for watching, and have a great day.